Welcome. It's Friday afternoon to Drive Time Unscripted. I am Pastor Jim.
And I am Pastor Rod.
And here we go. This is going to be a fun time, 30 minutes of totally useless information unless you end up on Jeopardy. So we're going to start out, have some fun today. Tell me something I don't know.
All right, so let's start out with some did you know facts. You like lemons?
Yeah, they're good.
I don't like lemons at all. Like, if there was a lemon tree planted in my backyard, I would probably cut it down. Anyways, did you know lemons contain more sugar than strawberries?
I didn't. But did you know 8% of people have an extra rib? You know, if they wanted to genetically engineer something, if they wanted to genetically engineer some like pigs or cows with extra ribs, that'd be amazing.
That'd be all right. They'd probably sell those racks, though, for a premium.
Beautiful thing.
Here's something I didn't know, but probably the rest of the world already did. 85% of all plant life is found in the ocean.
Whoa. Did you know that rabbits like licorice?
That one I did know, and the only reason is because we talked about that last week.
I have to remember something. My wife accuses me of forgetting stuff she just told me 5 minutes ago, and I'm supposed to remember stuff you told me a week ago? Yeah, like that's going to happen.
Yep. So that's where you heard it. Oh, boy. How about this? The Hawaiian alphabet has 13 letters.
What are they?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know what they are.
How about this? Topolino is the name for Mickey Mouse in Italy. You should read the rest of them in that voice. That's way more. We got to get you. You have some skills. Did you know that a lobster's blood is colorless, but when exposed to oxygen, it turns blue? But when a lobster's tail is exposed to clarified butter, it turns delicious.
That is delicious. Yes, it is. How about this? Speaking of delicious, reindeer like bananas. Go ahead, you do the next one.
Okay, the longest recorded flight of a chicken was 13 seconds. And you probably don't have the information on here, but I'm fairly positive it was Old MacDonald out in central Kansas during a windstorm, went to the top of his silo and chucked a chicken, cute chicken noise, off the top of the silo. And as it spiraled and clucked to its doom, he counted to 13.
Here's what I picture is... You're out there with the old McDonald's farm, and he's looking around. He's saying to himself, what am I going to do today? I got this farm, and I got these chickens on this farm.
I got chickens, and I got a silo.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a chicken up to the roof of my barn, and I'm going to heave it off and count to 13.
Do you think that there were multiple chickens that went off and that the one that flew the furthest was the winner?
It got a reward, and that reward is to be roasted that night.
Absolutely.
Moving on. Did you know that birds need gravity to swallow?
Oh, I need gravity to swallow birds, especially tasty ones.
Maybe that chicken that was flying off the roof.
Exactly. The most commonly used letter in the alphabet is E. If you are addicted to watching Wheel of Fortune, you probably knew that already.
You probably picked that up.
The three most common languages in the world are Mandarin, Chinese, Spanish, and a language I can barely speak, English.
English. Wow, that's pretty cool. And
again, remember, we're learning new information along with you. So with the exception of some random fact I was supposed to remember from last week, all of this is stuff we pretty much didn't know, and we're finding it out. You're finding it out at the same time we are as we go through these. So what are we going to be looking at next, Pastor Rod?
Well, I turned the page on our articles that we have been presented with, and I see something about mice. And... the only thing two things I've heard about mice is some people keep them as pets and some people get rid of them as quick as they can. But apparently we have some fascinating facts about mice that we never knew about.
Well, I don't know about that. Some of these seem pretty straightforward.
Well, this one makes sense that mice are said to be the most common mammal in the United States. Okay, I could see that. There's definitely a lot of them.
They have big appetites, and they don't live for that long, even though most of them need to live a lot shorter than they already are.
Yes. Have you ever had an infestation?
No, that's disgusting.
If you want to call it a quote infestation, I guess it's not really of mice. We had a hot tub once, and a rat crawled underneath it, and just our dogs went crazy. So we very quickly just disposed of the hot tub. That's one way to get rid of the mice or rats.
Oh, totally.
You could just get rid of your house if you have them in your attic.
Okay, so there are some that are used as pets. That's weird. Usually nocturnal. Not enough things eat them.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. Each winter, mice and other rodents invaded an estimated 21 million homes in the United States. Did I read that right? Each winter,
wrong.
Mice and other rodents invaded an estimated 21 million homes in the United States.
Did you know that mouse is a delicacy in eastern Zambia and northern Malawi, where they are eaten as a source of protein?
Now, wait a second. If you were to take mouse meat and you were to roll it in breading and deep fry it, and I were to ask you, what does that taste like? What would you say it tastes like? Old McDonald's chicken falling from his roof?
You think that's weird, and there are countries in Central America where a guinea pig is considered a delicacy, where roadside stands have cagefuls of guinea pig, and they will roast them alive right after you pick out the one you want to eat.
Oh, great. Now, here's one that, like, off the top of my head comes. It's probably somewhere here in these articles, but if a mouse can fit his head in a hole, that's all he needs, then he can slip the rest of his body through it. That's pretty crazy. So that's a pretty small hole that a mouse can fit through. Even if he has a fat belly or an atfe elibe. Well, that's pig language.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, how about this? Mice do have big appetites. Despite their tiny bodies, even smaller stomachs, mice eat between 15 and 20 times a day. Because of their frequent eating habits, they prefer to build their homes near food sources. Okay, that makes sense. So you wake up in the middle of the night and you find a mouse, a rat, mices trying to open your refrigerator, know that his home is nearby.
Yeah, and cool. Then, we have the mousetrap game. Did you ever play that?
Okay. Technically, to say that I played the mousetrap game, no, because once you is it like a dice you spin or a wheel you spin or whatever? To me, the game doesn't last any more than that first turn, and then it turns into just trying to make crazy trapeze
make the contraptions Rube Goldberg like mousetrap.
Right, exactly.
Those were very very cool. Okay, here's one. There are over 4,400 mousetrap patents issued by the patent office. Only about 24 of those were creators in the U.S. market.
Have you ever tried to use a mousetrap?
Oh, yes. I've used a mouse and rat trap as of late, and I have felt the full wrath of a rat trap.
If you're like me, the thing you catch most with a mouse or rat trap is your finger.
Yes, that is a true statement. Yeah, now changing gears, we need to go to something a whole lot more exciting on the opposite end of the planet. And yes, you've heard it, Mongolian yak racing.
Yes!
You knew that was coming. I am not making this up. I have spoken about it for years. It's one of my favorite topics of all time, the great Mongolian yak racing. Yak racing is not only a Mongolian sport.
Wait, is it a real thing?
It is a very real thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is. Yak racing is a spectator sport in China, Kazakhstan, Beltistan, and of course, Mongolia.
Wait, I've never heard of this. So tell me this. Does a yak race include a rider riding on a yak, or
that is correct?
They soup up their yak machine and run them down the track?
Nope, there are normally 10 or 12. They call them mounts, like in horse racing, in a race. And it is a straight race, not around a oval. It gets pretty crazy because then they actually get into daredevil and stunt yak riding.
Okay, wait. Pardon my ignorance, but when I think of a yak, I don't think of a speed machine.
Which is why the average yak race is 2,000 meters long, and it takes 8 minutes to cover the 2,000 meters.
So it's almost like a yak saunter. Which yak can saunter the fastest?
No, they're tearing it up. There's race-related injuries all the time. They hold yak racing, hoping for good weather and a good harvest.
Okay.
And it's in the northern Kanji Mountains of Mongolia, where the traditional Yak Festival is held near Lake Turkian Tzakin Nur every year on the 1st and 2nd days of August.
That would be quite the tourist destination.
It would.
You said it was on the first couple days of August?
Yeah, that's good times.
Well,
and
if you got a vacation coming up around August, now you know where to go. You were sitting there wondering whether to go to like Disneyland or something like that.
Yes.
Check out the yak racing.
The yak racing, absolutely. There can be between 40 and 50,000 people attending just one race, where racers will come from all over the surrounding areas.
Is it an Olympic sport?
You know what? The Olympic Committee has been going back and forth on it. There's been a lot of people trying to make it a sport, but unfortunately, because of their closed-mindedness, they would have underwater basket weaving before the great and noble sport of yak racing.
You can see people coming there, and they're bringing their drones. You got all sorts of drone footage of this yak bolt down the 200-meter track.
It's a very colorful event. Some of the larger races, there can be 150 yaks in one race.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
So after this, it was 2,000 meters?
Yep.
So what does the winner get? Is it like a trophy?
Wait for it. They get the winning yak and its rider get the adulation of the people and are treated with respect. I need to get me into some yak racing.
Now I know
RESPECT.
When you go way up north, you have these dog sledders that they have like
dog sledders.
Dog sledders. What do you call them?
These people are like up around like Mount Everest racing yaks around.
So they have like, I don't know, 60 dogs that they're breeding, and they pick out the best for their team for the race that year.
The best few.
Is that how it is for yak racing? They have these yak farms, and the farmer chooses the best yak and enters it in that year's race.
I am sure that as over in the Middle East, you have wealthy sheiks that have very high-end cars and racehorses and all sorts of things. You probably have in Mongolia and places in China the highest and the most wealthy goat ranchers, goat farmers, as many people call them, actual goat ropers, where the wealthiest of them will have the nicest yaks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's stuff you got to know.
I don't know, just what I picture when I hear that a ready, set, go, all of a sudden we have just sauntering down the track. I just maybe I'm totally missing something.
Listen, and it's a very colorful event. They will bling out the yaks with red tassels, horns wrapped in colorful silk, ears draped in ribbons, all sorts of stuff.
I like zip lining, and maybe I'm just missing out.
If we could get yaks going down a zip line now, that would be something. Racing awesome. Yaks down zip lines. That would be entertainment. Awesome. Okay, since I mentioned goat roping, goat roping is a very real thing.
Is that like
it is a rodeo?
Roping, cow roping?
It is a rodeo event.
Yeah, is that like the sheep riding?
No. This is totally. No. This right here is goat roping.
What's the point of goat roping? See if you can.
Well, there's goats. You got to rope. Well, I mean, you got to.
Hey, kids, here's what we're going to do today. Well, we're kind of bored. There's not a whole lot to do.
Also,
I got a rope. We got a whole field full of goats.
Okay.
Let's go rope them.
Also known as goat tying.
Goat wrangling. Okay, tell me about goat roping.
Well, you have to have yourself a 56 by 100 foot goat roping arena.
Okay.
And you have to buy all the proper galvanized paneling, or you can't have a real, goat roping event. And of course, down in Texas, does it get any better than that?
That's where it originated?
No, that's where you buy your paneling so you can set up your 56 by 100 foot goat roping.
AKA 2x4s from Home Depot.
Hey, listen. They're
sold at a premium.
There's backcountry hobo goat roping, and then there's high-end goat roping.
That's when you use the 2x6s.
There you go.
For twice the price.
And there's high-speed goat roping.
What's the difference between regular goat roping and high-speed goat roping?
There's the ones that's where you separate, the men's from the boys,
So they're faster goats, or you have to rope the goat faster?
You just got to get her done.
So you got some kind of goat that is like faster than a cheetah, or you got a goat that's like a pig.
It's like any adrenaline junkie sport. It starts off, you're like goat roping, let's be honest, the slow, stupid one, the runt of the litter. And then you work your way up to the Michael Phelps of goats. And you got to rope that doggy.
And the dramatic music starts playing when it comes out onto the field. And, oh, brother. Do they have mouse roping?
No, that's mouse stomping.
All right, folks, we got some dad jokes.
Oh no.
For all of you out there who maybe you had a stressful week and you are tuning into our show Drive Time Unscripted. This is the part where you can just groan, and here's how this works. The bigger the groan, the better the joke. So if you get a little groan, that means the joke wasn't too good. If you get a big groan, then you know that it was pretty good. All right. How about this one? Dad, did you get a haircut?
No.
No, I got them all cut.
Oh, brother. That's like so
a
dumb.
Medium.
That's so dumb.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Because they don't have mouths or a brain.
No, because they crack each other up.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Who wrote these?
These are awful.
What do you call someone with no body and no nose?
Eileen?
Nobody knows.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. You tell some. You have them too.
Where are they?
In the back of your pile.
Oh. Uh-oh. See? This is what happens when you're unscripted. You don't even know where your stuff is.
All of our information is like jumbled.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
That would be awkward.
Because then it would be a foot.
Oh my goodness.
I am reading a book about anti-gravity.
You are?
It's impossible to put it down.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't think I was telling a joke there, did you? It works.
Oh no.
Hey, next Thanksgiving, now you know what kind of jokes that you can share, okay? Do you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
No.
He won the Nobel Prize.
Oh.
These are hurting me. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An irrelevant.
What do you get from a pampered cow? Spoiled milk.
Spoiled milk. Oh, boy. Let's see. What else? What other gold nuggets do we have here? How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
10
tickles. I like telling dad jokes.
Oh, this is brutal. If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest? I want to know, what age is it when you go from, crying when you get to take a nap to crying when you can't have a nap?
That's pretty much where I'm at. You didn't let me finish mine. I said I like telling dad jokes.
You do?
Sometimes he laughs.
Oh, brother. Can February, March? No, but April, May.
Hey, if you see a crime at an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
Where does that? Oh my goodness!
thought I made that up just on the fly, didn't you?
Yeah, is this pool safe for diving? It deep ends.
Yeah, oh boy. Hey folks, thanks so much for tuning into Drive Time Unscripted. As you can tell, we are extremely unscripted. We hope you have an awesome weekend. Hopefully we brought a smile to the end of your week.
Yes, and if nothing else, I promise, after the last 30 minutes, you definitely feel better about yourself. So you're welcome.
Have a good weekend.